Hi everyone, welcome to class. Good evening. Welcome to class. I can see that some of you are here already. I will go ahead and message in the group saying class has started and then we'll get started. Good evening. Good evening. How are we doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Raksha Bandhan to everybody. Happy Rakhi. Whatever you call it, wherever you are. All right. मैम यहाँ तो कल है, चलो कल भी विश करेंगे, कोई बात नहीं. I will wish you tomorrow also, not a problem. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Today we will discuss a little bit of qualitative methodology. All right. So please get started. Join in quickly, and then we'll start discussing. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to class. All right. All right. Chali. Let's go ahead and do what? Hi, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Chalo, ठीक है. Good evening. We'll wait for more of you to join in as well, and then we'll get started. All right. All right. This is the group, right side, top corner. You can see the link to your group. And then what else do we have? This is what we're going to tell you. Start karte hain. Ma'am, for tomorrow's 5 to 7 p.m. class, any revision needed, I will update it, Sanjeevni. Okay. For experimental and non-experimental methods, you will again go back to your quantitative methods class. All right, you will go back to your quantitative methods class, which has been asked for you to revise the last class also. Same thing. Same thing. All right, I will update it. That's what you have to revise, nothing else. Chali. Now, have we distinguished between qualitative and quantitative methods before? क्या हमने quantitative और qualitative research के बारे में पहले बात की है इससे पहले? We have spoken about it. Of course, we have. Obviously, we have. We have. All right. Now, let's basically do an overview. हम थोड़ा overview करेंगे इसका to see if we remember or not. Now, Adi is going to rely on inductive or deductive reasoning. If I talk about qualitative methods, अगर हम qualitative methods की बात करें तो क्या इसमें inductive या deductive reasoning use होगी? Inductive reasoning use होगी. Okay, do we have any preset methods or are we basically exploring and then deciding as we go? क्या हमारे पास hypothesis होगी? We're exploring. So emerging or exploratory methods or exploratory research. Very, very good. Open-ended questions. That means we have no predetermined purpose for research and therefore we don't have a hypothesis. हमारे पास hypothesis भी नहीं होगी. All right. Okay. Fine. Wonderful. Now, what will we do over here? We can use multiple different methods. Now, we call it qualitative research or qualitative methodology, which in turn contains many single methods. You may do case studies, you may do interviews, you may do focus groups. In fact, even within these methods, you may use smaller particular type of methods to get data from people. यहाँ पे questions open-ended होंगे. हमेशा यहाँ पे questions open-ended होंगे. That means that you will allow for a free response, even if questions are structured. See, a structured interview, can I say, is still qualitative? A structured interview means tell me what your qualification is, and then tell me where you studied graduation, and then tell me where you studied 12th grade. It's very structured. but it's still an interview. Then can I say it's going to be qualitative only? It will be qualitative only. It will be qualitative because I'm allowing for open-ended responses. That is basically it. यहाँ पे data मुझे text और images के तौर पे मिलेगा. I will get data here in terms of text and in terms of images. All right. Okay. I'll do thematic analysis and this and that. Now, can you name some common methods that we have so far discussed? I will simply overview them for you and then we'll move on to analysis. Important qualitative methods. Important qualitative methods. So very, very good. First of all, we start with action research. Case studies. Focus groups. Okay, very good. We can also do interviews. What else do we have? What else did we already discuss? Hanji, historical research. Phenomenology, ethnography. Very, very good. Ethnography. Then what else? Narrative research. Phenomenology. And finally, grounded theory. Very, very good. Okay, can I say that this is everything that we talked about? These are all the methods that we talked. Okay, perfect, wonderful. Wonderful. Now, ethnography, we mostly study cultures. हम बस थोड़ा यहाँ पे overview करेंगे. We're going to do a little bit of overview over here and then we're going to move on. So in ethnography, can I say I'm already or I'm always studying cultures? हम cultures को ही study करते हैं यहाँ पे. Yes. Either I have an emic perspective where I just want to study from an insider's point of view और हम compare नहीं करना चाहते हैं. Ethic is where I actually want to do cross-cultural comparisons. अगर हम cross-cultural comparison करना चाहें तो उसको हम ethic कहेंगे. Very, very good. Now, action research is where I generally have 4 steps. I generally take a problem-solving approach here. I plan and then I act, then I observe, and then I reflect or evaluate. Very, very good. Very, very good. Now, grounded theory, is it simply a method of data or data collection, or is it actually a method of data collection as well as data analysis? क्या grounded theory एक data collection का method है या data collection और data analysis का भी ये method है? Very, very good. This is mostly used for theory building and the kind of theory which is created from data. Theory जो है वो यहाँ पे rooted होती है data में. Theory itself is rooted in data. Very, very good. This is primarily known as fundamental research because this is made to create theories. So this was made to actually create theories. Then we have case studies. Do we use a single method in case studies or do we actually use multiple methods to get in-depth information about the participant? यहाँ पे हम बहुत सारे methods use कर सकते हैं. बस we require in-depth information about the client or the participant. Very, very good. Very, very good. Then we have focus groups, we have Delphi groups, and we have panel discussions and all of that. यहाँ पे आपके पास 8 to 12 लोग होते हैं. There is a moderator who sets the tone for, speaking on a certain topic. Absolutely. If it's a normal population, then it's a focus group. If it is experts, 8 to 10 talking, then it's a Delphi group. Okay, now what do we do here? Do we interview the participants or do we simply give them topics to express their opinions on? क्या हम यहाँ पे लोगों के इंटरव्यूज लेते हैं या उनको सिर्फ टॉपिक देते हैं और उस पर उनके ओपिनियंस एक्सप्रेस करने को कहते हैं? Very good. There are no interviews here. There are only discussions based on certain topics. Very, very good. Very good. Now here, what do we have? We also have interviews. Interviews can be structured or unstructured. जब तक आपके, हाँ जी, open ended या फिर जब तक आपके questions open ended हों. Your interview is also qualitative. All right. Then what is historical research? Can I say that historical is a unique method of qualitative research which actually studies cause and effect? क्या हम कह सकते हैं कि historical method हमारा जो है यहाँ पे हम cause और effect को study करते हैं? Let's say why did the World War II happen? Write the causes. Why did COVID outbreak start? Write down the causes. So we do historical analysis. History में जो already हो गया है वो चीज हम analyze करते हैं. And qualitatively, we try to understand the cause and effect of a phenomenon. Absolutely, most relevant in history as well as literature. Now we have phenomenology, which simply studies the lived experience. Phenomenology simply studies lived experience. What is studied through lived experience? Any person's, any individual's experience with the product, with the person or anything like that. यहाँ पे हम एक particular experience जो है individual का understand करना चाहते हैं. That's all we want to do. Right? Do you remember the nurse's example? Where patients are asked, तो एक study की थी जिसमें patients को पूछा कि nurse सबसे ज्यादा कौन सी caring है? Are they asking about nurses who are actually caring? No. They're asking patients who they think is the most caring nurse. Again, if I ask you which friend likes you the most, and then I ask all of your friends one by one, and I find out who actually likes you the most, do you think the answer will always be the same? Who you think likes you the most versus who actually likes you the most? Answers may differ. It's not necessary what you think is true is actually true, but I don't care. Here I'm interested in the individual's experience. यहाँ पे हमें individual के subjective experience में interest है. Absolutely. Okay, wonderful. Now narrative research is also known as storied research, biographies and so on. ठीक है? A lot of times I want to write a story about what somebody has been through in their life and all of that, or I want to narrate the story of when I did so and so, or when I had a difficult time, or when I was very happy. यहाँ पे beginning होती है, middle होता है, ending होती है. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. All right? ठीक है? Fine. Chaliए. Wonderful. Let us now actually move on to the analysis techniques. Now, qualitative data analysis will have memoing, will have coding. This is not your coding, or this is not your, the computer coding that you talk about. Yeah, जो आप statistical tests में use करते हैं. This is not that kind of a thing. All right. What we need to clearly understand is if data is qualitative, can I say analysis is also going to be qualitative mostly? Can I say? Absolutely. I can very clearly say that because data is qualitative, the analysis of the data is mostly going to be qualitative as well. All right, okay, fine, then let's get started. The first kind of qualitative analysis we are going to perform is the thematic analysis. Okay, पहला type जो होगा यहाँ पे qualitative data analyze करने के लिए method है thematic analysis. Now we are actually just going to form themes, and this is actually a universal method. That means it can be taken and applied to anything and everything. If you want to deconstruct an essay, or if you want to rank somebody's essay, or if you want to categorize it into different themes, you can do it. Do we not find themes in poems? Poems आपने पढ़ी होंगी, short stories पढ़ी होंगी. फिर आपको उस पे क्वेश्चन आते थे, find the main theme given by the author, or find the main themes explored by the author. Maybe the theme of the poem is patriotism. Maybe the theme of the poem is happiness, nature, how people can be happy if they do good things and all of that, right? Okay, all right. That is exactly what we do here as well. So let's try to understand क्या होता है यहाँ पे. So we try to find some central themes in the text as well. We can do this for images as well. यहाँ पे किसी भी किस्म का data हम use कर सकते हैं. And our sole aim is not theory building. हम हमेशा theories नहीं बना रहे हैं, right? When you do a classroom assignment or when you analyze an essay written by someone else, are you always creating a theory? क्या आप हमेशा एक theory create कर रहे हैं? No, 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 no. So emergent themes. All right. It's not like you have pre-decided themes either. You will see what you will explore through the data. You will see what comes by. And जो आपको सही लगता है आप themes allot करोगे, है ना? जैसे poem का mood sad हो सकता है, poem या poem, whatever you want to call it. Mood happy भी हो सकता है. It can be about nature or it can be about love or it can be about parents. ये सारी चीजें themes होती हैं, right? Okay, that's basically what we have to find. And once we find common themes, we will find which themes are most recurring, and that will tell us the central idea of the literature that we have. ठीक है? तो हम क्या करेंगे? We will basically look for the central idea of our theory, of our literature, of our essay, whatever material we have at hand by drawing themes. And once we see that common themes are being repeated again and again and again, we will draw the central idea of our written material. Written या images also, completely fine. Please let me know if you understood, then we can move on. यहाँ पे कहीं पे आपको डाउट है तो प्लीज पूछिए. All right. All right, wonderful. Now here we did talk about analysis of text or themes, okay, often explicit in the text. मतलब ये words वो होंगे जो frequently repeated होंगे, right? If the poet or the author constantly says that I really want to see my friends again, I miss or I'm alone, I have nobody to talk to, can I draw a overarching theme saying they're lonely? अगर ऑथर बार बार ये लिखता है कि दोस्तों को मिलना चाहते हैं, कोई नहीं है बात करने के लिए, they keep thinking and they keep going to sleep, then can I draw an overall theme and say the author is lonely or the narrator is lonely? Unhappy, lonely, feeling unwanted. Ah, correct. So these are often explicitly right there in the text. आपको बस थोड़ी reading करनी है and you will understand what the theme is about. All right, it is supported directly by quotations. ठीक है, fine, and therefore this is a semantic approach. That means mostly whatever is indicated by the meaning of the words written in the text, it will clearly indicate the central themes. उतना ही है, यहाँ पे और कुछ करना नहीं होता है. यहाँ पे we don't look for specific themes. We see what will come about. We don't have a hard and fast rule. Now this again is going to be more relevant for literature. Okay, although can be used in qualitative studies and psychology also. अब आप interview लेते हैं किसी से, can I do thematic analysis for it? Let's say you have 10 case studies from 10 AIDS patients. Can I do thematic analysis? I can find common themes. They may feel isolated. They may all feel rejected. They may all feel lonely. They may all feel, what do I say? Like, they would like to live a little more or the quality of life has gone down. तो वैसे हम करें. That's all. Next, we talk about grounded theory. Grounded theory, we're going to break down today. Ma'am, I'm old one. This is my new account because उसमें don't know 60 minute के बाद. Okay, Harshik. Understood. You're definitely the old one only. All right. No problem. Thank you for updating. Thank you for letting me know. Now, what is grounded theory? Can anybody tell me? What is the theory grounded in? Yeah. What do I actually do here? Am I creating a theory or is the theory already there? I'm collecting information. I'm creating a theory. हम theory बना रहे हैं. Okay? Very, very clearly, we are building a theory. We are creating a theory. Now, Glaser and Strauss in 1967 meant for this to be a method of data analysis which would be comparable to quantitative data analysis. मैं हिंदी में repeat करूंगी. ये एक scientific क्या कहते हैं इसको इक्वेलेंट बनाया इन्होंने क्योंकि क्वांटिटेटिव मेथड्स कितने हार्ड और रोबस्ट है ना क्वांटिटेटिव मेथड्स आर हाईली साइंटिफिक दे आर वेरी एक्यूरेट बिकॉज दे यूज numbers and all of that. Now, the same kind of accuracy and the same kind of seriousness was not shown in qualitative methods. So Glaser and Strauss said that we will give you the same kind of accuracy, we will give you the same kind of scientific rigor even with qualitative data. Can I see that here? Exhaustive theoretical sampling, बार बार हम डेटा कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे बार बार कोडिंग कर रहे हैं, बार बार मेमोइंग कर रहे हैं, we are sorting out data 200 times, corroborating and then getting our result. So this is meant to increase some, respect for qualitative data analysis. Be scientific, highly rigorous. Rigorous का मतलब क्या है? It's sort of a very difficult procedure. Correct, Wahida. Highly, what did I say? Highly rigorous and highly scientific, even though qualitative. Okay, ठीक है, fine. Now first we'll talk about what differences Glaser and Strauss have. We know very, very well that Glaser and Strauss both split and therefore gave their different types of coding. दोनों split हो गए एक दूसरे से और अलग-अलग तरह की coding propose की, ठीक है? Eventually, both the types of coding mean absolutely the same thing. Again, grounded theory is a cyclical process. I was about to say psychological. It's a cyclical process. मतलब ये जहाँ से start होती है जरूरी नहीं है. It will always start with data collection and then end with selective coding. It will have data collection right till the end point, till saturation of theoretical data, observational data, interview-related data is reached. Data collection will happen right till the end. Coding will also happen right till the end. So ideally, they should not ask you the sequence. Anyway, now Glaser has given what kind of coding? Glaser ne di hai theoretical coding, open coding, and selective coding. Okay? And this open coding and selective coding together form substantive coding. Earlier, it was seeming very different. इससे पहले काफी अलग लग रहा था कि substantive or theoretical coding Glaser is given, whereas Strauss is given open, axial, and selective. Now, if you tell me, do they look similar? And theoretical coding is a lot like axial coding. It's like जैसे आप theory के bullet points create करोगे, वैसे ही आप axes या different content type, you will organize your data. So if you look at what they've done, they basically wanted to face off and give different words. Ideally, process is not very, very different. All right? Please let me know and then I will explain. So we will focus on open coding, axial coding and selective coding. क्योंकि मतलब same ही है. Means the same thing. More questions are asked on this. ये ज़्यादा important. Now in PhD entrances or in this PGT, UPHESC, they might ask you which coding has been given by Glaser. For Glaser, you will remember substantive and theoretical. Does substantive contain open and selective coding? Absolutely. What about Strauss and Corbin? Open coding, axial coding, selective coding. ठीक है? We'll break down these types of coding. हाँ जी, ये हम break down करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Before that, we'll see what all happens in grounded theory. ठीक है? We'll read through and we'll try to understand. Okay. Rather than gather data to support, okay. All right. We do start with data. We don't necessarily have to have a hypothesis unless it's a mixed method. Okay. Yes, we'll summarize the data as well. We will collect data as well. We will analyze the data with this particular method itself. यहाँ पे ही हम data collect भी करेंगे, उसको summarize भी करेंगे, उसको analyze भी करेंगे. और finally end product हमारी theory होगी. Okay, fine. So here we develop from the data that we analyze, we try to develop a theory. And we will constantly compare with whatever data is already present. हम जो भी categories, जो भी data यहाँ पे collect करेंगे, वो हम constantly compare करेंगे ताकि हमारा data redundant या repetitive ना हो जाए. Whether our data is accurate or not, we will keep comparing it with other theories and see whether our data is any good or not. Okay, all right. Now let's talk about the types of data. What am I going to do? First, I'm going to collect data, right? I'm going to start with collecting data and I'm going to keep collecting data right till the end. हम data collect करते रहेंगे बिल्कुल end तक. So see, I can have observations. I can get data from magazines. I can get data from archives. I can get data from interviews. Yes. Okay. What do you want to create a theory about? Everybody wants to create a theory about well-being. What would you like to create a theory about? आप बताइए. And then, ma'am, your voice is not audible. Is that the case? I don't think so. What would we like to create a theory about? Chalo, let us say we will create a theory about the spiritual intelligence of things. We will create a theory about how living a happy life prolongs people's lifespan. अगर आप happy life या अगर आप happy हो life में तो आपका lifespan increase हो जाएगा. Understanding that our lifespan may increase if they are actually living a happy and fulfilled life. By happy, I mean contentment, satisfaction, well-being. I don't just mean the emotion of happiness. All right, okay, fine. So I've collected data, I've interviewed people. Can I say I will go read stories about people who have lived 100 years? Can I do that? I will also interview people who are above 90. मैं जो 90 प्लस लोग हैं उनके इंटरव्यूज भी ले लूँ ना और जो existing theories है वो भी पढूं मैं. I will also study the existing theories that are already there. Okay, great, wonderful. I will do memoing after this. I will try to find what all is relevant to my theory. Now maybe these people have also had difficulties in their life and they've overcome those difficulties. So overcoming challenges is, an important part of their life. I will basically make a memo of everything that is important, which will later define my theme. जैसे आप sticky notes लिखते हो, something that you don't want to forget, you will also create memos. Like you create short notes, you will also create memos. What are some significant experiences in a person's life which you think may prolong their contentment or which increase their contentment and therefore prolong the lifespan? So first of all, we'll do open coding. We will simply do categorizing and conceptual labeling. What will I do? I will simply do labeling. Now, what all themes are possible here? आप मुझे बताइए, open coding में क्या-क्या themes यहाँ पे possible? First of all, a long life. Simply categorize. I'm studying everybody who's living a long life. I'm also studying emotions, positive emotions. I'm studying life experiences. I am studying dealing with stress. Can I say that? I'm not dealing, I'm studying coping with stress. I am also studying life expectancy in a particular place. मतलब क्या एक region में लोगों की life ज़्यादा होती? हाँ, okay, very, very good. I will want to check diet also. I will want to study the kind of environment they have lived in, whether there is peace or whether there is war in their area. So I will have multiple different themes which I'm going to create here. Okay. Open coding में जितनी themes possible है ना हम generate करेंगे. Very, very good. I will want to understand their socio-economic status as well. Okay. Or I will say their income. How much wealth did they actually inherit from others? Did they already have property by the time they were born? Did they have to work hard in life? Did they have an easy life? Did they have a difficult life? Can I say all of these and many more? Ab socho, if you and I can come up with all of these things in 5 to 10 minutes, a team of researchers sitting together, कितने themes हम यहाँ पे ढूंढ सकते हैं? Correct facilities, healthcare in the area, whether there's a garden or park outside their house. Understanding, यहाँ पे काफी सारी themes आएंगी. Just like in factor analysis, we start off with 100 factors, 60 factors, 70 factors. So we are simply categorizing. हम सिर्फ ये keywords ढूंढेंगे और data collect करते जाएंगे. We're simply going to code and we're going to keep collecting data, keep collecting data. In axial coding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can club some of these categories together, right? And now, let's say my environment includes my relationship with my family, whether there is peace or war. Yes. Whether I, what do I say, lived in an area with facilities or not, वो सारा मेरे environment में हम categorize कर सकते हैं ना. And in environment, I can keep sub-theme. Family, work, pressure, this and that. Very, very good. So, just like we create axes, जैसे हम contents create करते हैं, जैसे आप contents index pages create करते हो, यहाँ पे हम वैसे ही categorization को organize कर रहे हैं, जो हमने categories बनाए. We are trying to make larger categories and smaller subcategories. And after that, what do we do? Again, can I say whether they had property, whether they had a good job, whether they made a lot of money, or whether their spouse had a lot of money? All of that comes in their socioeconomic status. Yes. Then challenges in life can be another category. So here I basically make all of these categories. Okay? Let us say if I had 100 codes earlier, 100 codes, इसको हमने 20 categories में डाल दी. Yes, mental health and so on, how they coped with stress and how they did this and how they did that. All right, so we have reduced it to 20 categories. Have we done a good job so far? Easier for me to define in a theory. आप सोचो मेरे पास 100 codes होंगे. If I have 100 codes, how am I going to put that in a theory? It's not going to be possible for me to put it on a theory or put it inside a theory, right? It's going to be very like scrambled eggs. So I will reduce the number of categories, and then I can simply talk about environment, environmental input in our development, in our lifespan, and all that. Now, some of these may not be relevant. Okay. Let us say through a lot of literature that I have gone through, I found out that the socioeconomic status doesn't matter for life expectation. A lot of people who live beyond 100 are not rich. Okay. So it's not as though the life expectancy will go up as the amount of money increases. जो 100 प्लस ज्यादातर लोग जो 100 प्लस हैं वो रूरल एरिया से आते हैं, वो सिटी में से नहीं आते हैं, ना उनके पास बड़े घर होते हैं, ना उनके पास कुछ ज्यादा पैसे होते हैं. ठीक है, तो क्या फिर हमारा सोशियो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस यहाँ पे रेलेवेंट है? इज इट दैट पर्टिकुलरली बिकॉज ओल्डर पीपल, हाइपोथेटिकली मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ यहाँ पे. No, then it's not relevant. Then in selective coding, should I let it go? I should let it go. I should remove it because there's not enough proof for it. Again, later, maybe it doesn't matter whether they had an easy or difficult life. What matters most is how they dealt with it. Maybe people who had an easy life have the same kind of outlook towards life along with the people who had a difficult life. Okay. So I will have few categories which matter more than others. Few categories which are more important than others. और उन्हीं को हम यहाँ पे retain करेंगे. I'm going to retain only the important categories. And once I'm done sifting through, and that is only with the help of data, is it through my imagination that I keep my favorite ones and everything else I leave out? Not like that. I will basically leave out anything which is not relevant to my study, anything that does not have research related proof, and anything which does not add value to my research. I will discard it and I will remove it. Anything which does add value to my research, I will keep it. That is selective coding. इसके बाद again we will do constant comparison, we will do theoretical saturation, and finally we are going to try to publish our theory. If you understood the 3 types of coding, please let me know. After you study factor analysis, let me know if it's similar. For those of you who have studied factor analysis, quite similar. It's just that this is qualitative and that is quantitative. Chali, wonderful. So we have discussed. This is just axial. Focused coding is just, these are notes for all of you. Ye notes aap use karo. All right. Now we talk about interpretive phenomenological analysis. Ideally, what kind of data should we analyze here? Phenomenological analysis. What kind of data are we going to analyze? Data we get through the method of phenomenology. Very, very good. All right. Now, this will help you understand phenomenology much better. Absolutely. Now, here we will just take the participants' verbatim report as it is. आप जब phenomenological analysis करेंगे, आप as it is transcribe करेंगे, आप कोई changes नहीं इसमें लेके आएंगे. If two people say to each other, you are absolutely my best friend, you will write down two people are expressing affection and saying, oh my God, you are my best friend. You will not say, I think one person is trying to cheat another. That's not our business. We will simply try to report events as they are because this is somebody's unique experience and we are not meddling with it. All right. You know how in Rorschach and you know how in TAT, the first round is simply to write down the participants' verbatim report. आप अगर प्रोजेक्टिव टेस्ट की बात करेंगे, पहले राउंड में हम सिर्फ पार्टिसिपेंट का जो अकाउंट है वो लिख देते हैं, या अगर पार्टिसिपेंट ही लिखता है, लाइक इन TAT दे राइट. तो that's it. We don't we don't do anything to it here in interpretive phenomenological analysis. So we take the words as they are, and that is how we analyze. We say that the participant is feeling so and so and so because that is what they have said. We will not say, I doubt their genuineness, I think they're lying. None of our business. None of our business. Now, clearly, this is related to a subjective or a relativist, subjective epistemology, relativist ontology, and this is going to be used in interpretive a paradigm. If there are any doubts, please ask. It's quite simple. So we can study participants' diaries, participants' autobiographies, and so on and so forth. हम यहाँ पे सिर्फ इंटरप्रिटेशन करते हैं, हम कुछ नया नहीं बनाते हैं, ये आपको समझना है, ठीक है? ओके, ऑलराइट. Now, discourse analysis is different. This is actually much more frequently used in literature. इसको लिटरेचर में ज्यादा यूज किया जाता है. किसको? डिस्कोर्स एनालिसिस को. What do we mean? Phenomenology is the method. Interpretive phenomenological analysis is the method used to analyze the data that you get from data obtained through phenomenology. Phenomenology is the method of data collection. Interpretive phenomenological analysis is the way of analyzing that data. They are connected. Okay. One is a data collection method, another one is an interpretation or analysis method. This is how you analyze data obtained through phenomenology. Nature of data in grounded theory is no, interpretive phenomenological analysis is not a part of grounded theory. This is a separate method. All right. Grounded theory uses qualitative as well as quantitative data. Grounded theory is most useful for analyzing mixed methods data. यहाँ पे ज्यादा हम mixed methods का data use करते हैं, समझ रहे हैं आप? Mixed methods means that there is quantitative data also, there is qualitative data also. Can be only qualitative also. Interpretive phenomenological analysis is a separate method. It is not the same as grounded theory. Ma'am, after using method, then we apply thematic analysis. See, what if we have discussed methods? जो हमने सबसे पहले डिस्कस किया, ये हैं आपके डेटा कलेक्शन मेथड्स, क्वालिटेटिव डेटा कलेक्शन मेथड्स. Yes or no? Types of qualitative research. What we are talking about right now are only ways of analyzing qualitative data. Thematic analysis, grounded theory, interpretive phenomenological analysis, and discourse analysis are four popular methods. Content analysis also. Making sense? ये particularly सिर्फ analysis के methods हैं जो अभी हम discuss कर रहे हैं. Okay, all right. No, maybe. All right. Okay. Now, तो मैम एनालिसिस कब करेंगे? डेटा कलेक्ट करने के बाद? कैसे करेंगे? पहले आपको डेटा कलेक्ट करना है ना, एथनोग्राफी में जब आप कल्चर स्टडी करने जाओगे, डेटा कलेक्ट करोगे, उसको फिर आप एनालाइज करोगे। मैम माय क्वेरी, ma'am, instead of many types of qualitative research, why one use more quantitative research? Because it's easier to analyze. Quantitative is in numbers. Here, if a person is not skilled, what will they do with content analysis? Qualitative research methods require a lot of expertise in writing skills. यहाँ पे writing skills बहुत अच्छी होनी चाहिए. Understanding, सब कुछ अच्छा होना चाहिए. There is no SPSS to do it for you. Manually करना पड़ता है. At the most, computer will find themes for you, keywords. Everything else has to be done by hand. And then what will you find? Are there concrete findings? Will you get randomized sample? Difficult to generalize. Very, very difficult to analyze also. Quantitative, therefore, yeah, is more objective. And therefore easier to study, easier to observe. In quantitative, data collection is more difficult, but analysis is easy. In qualitative, data collection is easy, but analysis is hell. I'm not kidding. It's very, very difficult. If you have to do content analysis or thematic analysis, that is when you will realize quantitative is all right, all right. Vasumati, you're also doing qualitative. It's very difficult. And your point of view may not match your guide's point of view. It's very difficult. Then you know. Now, discourse analysis is again mostly used in literature. Discourse analysis. Can I say I'm actually analyzing the dialogue between two people? Yeah. अगर आप दो लोगों के या monologue, dialogue आप analyze कर रहे हैं. Can I say that these two people are mostly arguing, looking at their gestures? You don't talk to me. So what? Who do you think you are? All right. So here we do study connotations also. हम connotations या hidden meaning को body language को भी study करते हैं. So we not only take what is verbally said, but we also look at what is non-verbal here. Okay. Whatever is communicated non-verbally is also studied here. Whatever is communicated verbally is also broken down. मतलब यहाँ पे हम yes, like paralanguage also, and यहाँ पे we look for connotations या implicit meaning. Somebody says, "Arey, wow, you did great today. I'm so proud of you." Are they actually proud of you? I don't think so. So basically here, when somebody says, "Oh, wow, you came on time today." Yeah. So when somebody is being really sarcastic with you, that's basically you need to analyze it. Don't be like, "Oh, thank you for the compliment." No. In discourse, yeah, discursive psychology, discourse analysis, we try to break down what is communicated. जो दो लोग बात कर रहे हैं इसमें actually hidden meaning क्या है? Are people being sincere or are they not being sincere? So do you see how, see, somebody is starting off. I'm not a racist, but what is this person? This person is definitely a racist. I don't hate you or anything, but you're such a horrible person, and then they start. I don't have a problem with you, but वो but जो होता है, then that's nothing. They clearly have a problem. Okay. So basically, what are these? This is people who are trying to distance themselves from negative interpretations. They don't want to sound like bad people, but are they going to say something bad? Absolutely. तो यहाँ पे हम ऐसे ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं डायलॉग या मोनोलॉग को, जो भी लोग कहते हैं उसकी implicit meaning हम ढूंढते हैं. We try to look for the hidden or implicit meanings in whatever somebody is trying to communicate. And this is going to help us understand what this person's psychology is. See, this person is very, very defensive already. They're defending that they're not a racist when they may clearly have a racist ideology. Even if they want to express something, they are not open to criticism. Because once they have said, I'm not a racist, you cannot tell them, but that's racist. Because they have already said, I'm not racist. Okay, all right. Forms of speech is also, for instance, What? What two strands? Where are the two strands? कहाँ गया? Second paragraph. Okay. What is Foucault? You will have to check. So the newer form of discourse analysis talks about what? Conversation analysis and then cultural influence on conversation analysis as well. This is what is used. मैम इसमें कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी स्टडी करते हैं, कर सकते हैं आपको किसी की बातों से ही पता चलेगा कि फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन है या इनफॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन है ना? तो दैट विल आल्सो बी इंडिकेटेड हियर. Absolutely. Ma'am, qualitative analysis is so cool. It is. It's very complicated also, but it's pretty cool. And with that, if you've understood this, we've actually come to the end of the class. Unless there are any doubts. If there are any doubts, please ask. Kya? Huh? Kya? Tomorrow's will extend. Today I'm very sick also. समझ ही नहीं आया. क्या नहीं समझ आया? Yeah, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling better and then we can probably stay in class till like 8:30 or 8:40 or whatever. All right. All right, guys. That is about it from me. That's about it from me. I will go probably take a nap. I'll see you all in the morning at 11 o'clock. Subah aapki class hai. For those of you who want to join, subscription offer is there till the 12th. All right. Anji, make sure to use code HAF10. That's about it from me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you like the class, please upvote it, except for that. Good night. Bye bye.